In this episode, we strive to capture Palermo, recapture Zagreb, and likely land or move into southern Italy as well. Hello everyone and welcome to QualityOldGames. Today we are having part 7 of the Milan Crossbow Only Challenge campaign in Medieval 2 Total War, and without further ado, let's continue the campaign. In Venice, we are having surprisingly little trade, at least for now, so I think we will make the city hall there. In Florence, I think mines will bring at least some money, even though they are not the most cost-effective building around. And perhaps we want to keep up the public order in other places. And here we have enough building projects to go on. And I think we do have a turn. I think we can agree to a ceasefire, because we want that their armies withdraw from our areas, and we would like their assassins and spies to withdraw as well. But perhaps that's a bit too much to hope for. Are those assassins actually good? Oh, and so much for them withdrawing. I think we should strive to take down some of our enemies as soon as possible, and I think the Sicilians make an excellent target for that. So well, that was quite a thorough sabotage there, to be honest. And what's the quality? So they are not that good. So let's see if we can hire our own assassins to get rid of them. And the crusading army will march forwards. Well, that's sad. Well, perhaps we will attack Durazzo then. And we will need to have a new army to take Zagreb. Then again, perhaps we don't need to attack Durazzo, as we have this army already in position. And the enemy forces here are actually... oh, there are quite a few of them. So they have only one cavalry unit, which might mean that the attack here could work out. But let's see. It's most definitely beneficial that the enemies will come a bit by bit. So we want to engage ASAP, and I think that's far enough. And those ballistas actually are quite accurate here in this game. And let's hope that they will focus now on these spearmen and Byzantine infantry. Well, that's a bit of a crossfire. I think they will break rather soon there. Okay, good. And now these Byzantine infantries, hopefully, before they wreck that.
Only half the enemy force remains. It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
I would appreciate a couple of shots on the backs of these guys.
The enemy general has no honor. He flees the field of battle and abandons his men.
And I think it's time to advance a bit. Well, that was not clever.
The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
And as soon as we are in range, we will focus on that
Men are winning the battle
bodyguard.
and forging a worthy victory.
And I think these guys can focus on the Byzantine infantry. And we have a bit of a time before that reinforcing army arrives. And I guess it's fire at will pretty much, except for you guys. Can focus on the
In our favor,
enemy general.
true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
So some Byzantine infantry, some militia men there. Let's try to take out the general. And they are starting to break. Good news. And I guess these guys can take a shot on the enemy general there.
The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
And I think we should pull back these guys.
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men. The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
And I guess these guys should break rather soon.
the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory. The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press the enemy. Only half the enemy force remains.
And that's that. I guess not too many of the enemies got away.
This is a clear victory that goes
About 200 and a bit less than 250. And I think we can release these guys and then we can besiege the settlements here. And there are quite a few defensive troops, but they are badly depleted. And the situation in Palermo, it will hold for 7 turns. Of course, the question is, should we strike nonetheless? I'm a bit worried about these reinforcements though. There is some cavalry and we would need to take 2 walls, so I think the best strategy is to starve them out. And I think next turn we are going to start some assassin hunting. And it seems some Moors are coming in here as well. Perhaps we could do as the Venetians and try to take Byzantium while on the Crusade. Fritz von Knipprode. I haven't actually watched too many times of these. Well, that didn't go exactly as planned.
Am I taking down a person or a place? You won't see it coming. Who has displeased you?
Let's give it another try. That was 95% chance.
Who or what am I to dispose of, Lord?
9.
Poison or strangulation. Who has displeased you? Am I taking down a person?
So finally.
What is their name?
Okay. So we can also play the game of blades.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I think we will head directly towards Constantinople. And these guys do have siege equipment, so in one way or another the siege should end soon. I think we should actually make an army to take Zagreb And to do that, let's train some more crossbows. And I think in next turn we will move out. Oh, that Spanish army there is a cause for worry. We are not attacking imminently, so perhaps some trade could be in order. In Florence, perhaps we should improve the shipyard. In Bern, archery range, and in Tunis we can upgrade the troops, but not much else. I think the situation demands that we try... Oh, actually that's good. The siege has been lifted. So let's retrain and make some new troops. And here... I think these troops should be enough to take Zagreb. And here we can finally raise taxes a bit. And in Venice as well. Good. And... perhaps we don't want to murder princesses. Okay. That was efficient.
What is their name? But of course, I continue to work. Who has displeased you?
So let's see if this works out now. Apparently not. Okay, so we had 81% chance of succeeding and we actually failed.
Am I taking down a person?
Okay. So much for that assassin. I think we could hire a next round as well. And let's actually, well, let's not send some reinforcements there. I think we can handle those troops there. And I guess that's everything for this turn. So Naples is rather lightly defended. And it's... okay, good. So much for that French spy, I guess. Not an assassin. Okay, good. Finally some new family members. So one of them is in Florence and I guess another one in Milan. Yes. In Milan perhaps Great Market. could be beneficial. Well, not quite. In Genoa, the warehouse doesn't do too much. Fairground actually does quite well. In Venice, warehouse doesn't improve things too much, and in Ragusa, perhaps we need to save something for the army. And there is an imperial spy. Okay.
Taking down a person or a place. He won't see it coming. Who has displeased you? Or what am I to dispose of?
I guess that assassin died as well. And the crusade continues. And as the situation is what it is, I think we can build that armorer. So 4 turns and 4 turns. And then, of course, we need to have... Oh. And of course there is Egyptian navy blocking us. I would really like to take on that Byzantine navy or navies. But apparently that's not possible. Oh, and we have a heretic in Genoa. Perhaps our assassins could sharpen their blades there. Yeah. Indeed. Well, that's at least some good news. Oh, and actually I forgot to move the family members. So that must be done. So he can be sent to Genoa. And is that actually decent enough priest? And then this guy will be sent to Bern, or rather to take charge of the invasion army to Zagreb. And then we had one family member in Florence, and he will head... Should we actually target Naples already? Perhaps we should. But we have to wait for next turn to actually train some new troops. And then...
Am I taking down a person? Your orders, number 1. Who has displeased you? Am I taking down a person or a place? But of course, the problem. What is their name? Who or what am I to dispose
And of course the crusading army here. How come we arrived at Constantinople? And I think this is bad. So 5 catapults supported by 2 catapult units and 4 ballista units, and the Moors have joined the war. So I guess our walls are not going to stand too long.
My lord, the tide of battle seems to have turned against us. We must act and halt these turn events.
I guess our advisor is a military genius, so it would seem. So we want that these guys don't end up in hand-to-hand combat, and we also want to preserve our general as much as it's possible. So perhaps we should actually put him on the corner there. Could we actually fire from here? Apparently not. And the next question is, could we get these towers here to shoot? So position here might be actually quite beneficial. Yeah. And those Byzantines are actually, it seems, wrecking our whole castle. And our visibility about the issue is rather limited. And we cannot even get some troops to that wall. It would actually have been quite beneficial to be able to shoot from there, but let's hope the enemy will enter the castle rather soon and stop bombarding it. At least some units are moving. But because of the fog, I cannot see what units they are. And it seems they cannot be identified. At least just yet. I guess they are moving into new firing positions. Well, the time is at least working against enemies, but they are in And the real fight is about to begin. They are vandalizing our other buildings as well. So hopefully an enemy general. Okay. Not cavalry, luckily. But fortunately the enemy general will be at the front. And I think we can offer him a warm welcome. Especially after they come into the direct firing range. And of course there is that cavalry which might cause us some troubles. But I think they will go into the line of fire. And so much for that cavalry. And I think this bodyguard unit will flee soon as well.
We are blessed. The enemy general is dead. We have sent the idiot to hell.
And that should make it quite a bit easier to break the other enemy units there.
The enemy are badly bloody. They have lost half their men. The enemy general lies dead. Good riddance to that desert dog. Pray his death will break his immense resolve.
Okay, so the first attempt has been thwarted, and these guys don't know when to give up.
The enemy flees the battle.
Okay, one army beaten, even though it was the smallest one, but I think we are leading 1-0. I'm wondering, at some point we might need to conserve ammunition, so that we will fire only when the enemy is directly at the range. Or we can fire directly to the enemy. So let's stay sharp and fire when we can do so for maximum effect. And I guess the time is now. Let's hope this works well. I guess it did. Nice. Oh. So much for me staying sharp. Oh, Vardariotai.
We are blessed. The enemy general
Okay,
is dead.
final enemy general has died. And is it so that there are almost only the siege weapons left. Well, some infantry still incoming.
For the moment, the fortune of battle goes our way. Let's pray it remains as such.
And this tactics here seems to be working out rather well. Perhaps we could and should make a detachment to take out the enemy siege weapons, because if they are allowed to keep them, they most definitely will besiege us again. And perhaps we should make another detachment to take on the other enemies on the other side. So, basically, and are these guys actually firing on the ground right in front of the gates there?
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
And I guess that's it for that army. Oh.
Our men have fought long and are becoming tired. This is no way for a Crusade to be held.
That's why I like
Before the enemy,
the catapults in this game. Something still here that might require shooting. There. And are we actually able to take down the catapults here? I actually doubt that.
the enemy flees the battle. Run down those worthless peasants.
And they still have quite a lot of ammunition left. Perhaps we should have engaged these in melee.
The day has ended, and with it all hopes for the enemy.
A nice victory. And since we have... Oh. Well, I guess Durazzo is relieved. That's a rather large army, and we cannot even flee. Well, we are going to lose this army. But let's try to inflict as many casualties on the enemy as we can. So perhaps here in the corner we could put our troops in 2 ranks. So, let's see what happens here. We will at least try to inflict as many casualties on the enemy as we can, but I'm a bit afraid that it won't be too much. And is it so that the enemy will gather their whole army before charging? Well, at least quite a large part of it. And they have quite a lot of missile troops as well. So the battle won't be easy. Or actually it cannot be easy, but even the battle against enemy missile units wouldn't be easy here. But at least when there are so many enemies, it's hard to miss. And let's hope they will start shooting their own troops into the back. Even though I doubt that's a bit too much to hope for.
The course of this battle changes, because defeat seems almost certain.
Well, to be honest, I have to admit that our troops fought rather well and inflicted a decent amount of casualties on the enemies. And we actually routed one of the enemy. Nice. Or other enemy units. And actually these guys are standing for a very long time. So we inflicted almost the same amount of casualties we suffered. But I guess Ragusa is going to need some extra defenses soon.
I bring word from my people. A fair deal with good luck.
Perhaps Vagrant will be nice there. And we cannot make any aggressive moves there. But I think we need to reinforce the defenses in quite a few of our cities. And what do we have here?
Only the Kaiser's enemies need fear me.
Perhaps we would need a spy in Bologna as well. Oh. Let's not declare a war just yet. So we should have quite a few assassins available.
Who or what am I to dispose of, Lord?
9. Poison or strangulation. The problem. What is their name?
Am I taking down a person or a place?
Would you like him to suffer?
Who has displeased you? Who has displeased you? Who or what am I to dispose of, Lord?
9. Poison or strangulation. Yes!
And perhaps our Hungarian allies would want to join us here. And that most definitely is a nice amount of money to have. And could we actually drop the Crusade? Apparently not. So I think we will continue then.
Continuing tomorrow.
And Nikaya there looks like a rather nice place to capture. And here, let's improve the trade. And here we of course need to repair and retrain and train and so on. Perhaps we should combine these units here. Okay. In Tunis we are doing okay. Perhaps we could retrain those guys there. And then we need to repair the fleet. And since we cannot take any actions against the Sicilians, I think we will just wait for a bit there, so we can take Palermo for us and another Byzantine navy. And once again.
My lord, the enemy lays siege. What shall we do?
Despite your honorless antics, we would still win this day. You two are people. We are most willing to hear you out further. It is not an honor to your people, Sadiq.
Okay, Thieves Guild headquarters is nice. Oh. So what did we do? Well, no matter. I think we can handle this. I would like to protest that we didn't do anything, but I guess that would be useless. Oh, we should have lifted the siege, I guess, there. Okay, that might have something to do with it. And I guess that icon is telling us that some guys are planning on deserting our crusade. Oh, and let's see that the retraining is going as planned. And perhaps we should send... Let's send these to Florence. And then we have some enemy assassins nearby.
Who has displeased you? Who or what am I to dispose of, Lord?
Oh, that's a rather decent merchant.
Am I the king?
The problem. What is the name?
Am I taking down a person?
Perhaps this guy could train a bit.
Who or what am I to dispose of, Lord?
The orders? Plotting course now, my lord.
And once again, a priest has become a heretic. I think we should have another army here ready soon. And this time we will charge Durazzo rather sooner than later. Okay, so I guess these guys are attacking us.
Men, bring out people of honor, glory, and most of all...
The battle seems to be swinging in our favor. From such tidings does victory emerge.
And perhaps this location here is best for our purposes.
The enemy have brought up more men. They hope to make up in numbers what they lack in bravery.
And perhaps now we can just sit back and watch the crossbows to do their job. So, on the lead here is infantry unit followed by Norman knights and general's bodyguard. I guess actually we want to fire at everything the enemy has here. And are we firing at the... Okay, first arrows hitting the targets. Well, we are starting to do some damage here. Now, of course, the second volley should hit the Norman knights here, not the dismounted ones. But I think they just galloped to the line of fire. And they were kind enough to stop here. So I guess they will be just massacred. There. And then of course we want to hit that bodyguard.
The battle is in our favor. If we're only half the enemy force remains. Praise the Almighty! Our enemy has praise to our Lord. Our men have slain the enemy general. Now his men will lose heart.
And I guess we are ready to reposition so we can face the next enemy in the best possible way. Of course, the enemy's main strength has been depleted already, so I think this should be rather a mop-up operation. Of course, that's King's retinue there, so there are quite a lot of those bodyguards, but against quite a few crossbows, I don't think that's just not nearly enough. Even though if some of the first shots will be wasted on I guess, peasants and peasant archers. They are moving to the killing field rather soon. And let's see how the bodyguard fares here.
The enemy king lies dead,
Okay.
slain by our brave soldiers. Attack while his men mourn them. The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men. Praise the Almighty. This is a
And that's it. Finally.
The enemy are beaten. Noble lord, we have conquered.
And perhaps we should move in to assassinate the Pope. So once again some catapults. And some other units, this time a decent amount of infantry and cavalry with them.
Our foes appear to be gaining the upper hand in these battles.
I'm just wondering... whether I should put those weakened units on the walls. And this is annoying. That guy can run. These guys can take their positions there. And since there are no catapults on this side, perhaps we should man the towers here. In case the enemy decides to circle to the breach that the catapults make. And this time we are not going to go after the catapults, except with perhaps these peasant crossbowmen.
The enemy are through the walls. Fight on! The enemy must get no further.
And perhaps we could get some shots off onto the enemy here. And we are actually inflicting some casualties there to the enemy. Nice.
The enemy have ladders at the walls. Repel the attackers. Give them steel.
And they are firing at the tower there. Perhaps they are.
Saints, save us! The enemy are battering down the gates! Holy Mother of God! The enemy's ram is through. The walls are no longer ours. The enemy have taken them.
Well, at least some of these catapults will go down. And the first enemy cavalry unit approaching. Oh. That's actually quite a lot of spearmen there. I think we should be able to take down those Turkomans. So let's see into which direction that Byzantine infantry is going. Let's try to take care of them first. So we won't be surrounded. And there is something here, or rather was. Okay, they are broken, and we can focus on supporting the crossbowmen here. And these guys still have nice amount of arrows, and those Turkomans, it seems, are in firing position there. A nice volley there, please. Well, I think that was nice enough. And I think we need to stay sharp on the account of these enemy troops incoming here.
General flees like the coward he is. Press onward and
okay, that was nice. Perhaps we should focus on the strongest enemy units here. And I guess that's the primary target there. I think these guys here should be able to handle the situation, at least for now. But here, let's focus fire. Okay, good. Let's give them a farewell gift and hope they don't come back. And then it's this unit's turn. Oh.
The enemy general has no honor. He flees the field of battle and abandons his men.
And now comes the real test. If we can take down the bodyguard here, I think our position should be rather strong.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Okay, good. Those guys are routing. Not too many bodyguards left.
The battle seems to be swinging in our favor. From such tidings does
And if we could only take down the general, it would be great. But I doubt a bit.
Praise to our Lord. Our
Okay.
men have slain the enemy general.
Nice.
Now his men will lose heart.
Okay, some knights incoming. A new primary target. Good. Let's give them a farewell gift as well. And they are making a comeback.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
Perhaps we could get a couple of towers
Praise the Almighty. Our enemy
shooting
has
at
lost
the
his
enemy.
chance to fight. We must push our advantage. The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and
Okay,
wholehearted,
that's nice.
victory will be ours.
And it seems we are actually hitting something here. So, not too many enemies left. And what are they hitting at? And perhaps we could bring these guys to man. The tower there. So there are at least one catapult unit. And is that it?
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
Okay, nice. So, we still have some 26 men there. I guess we can send these guys here to help. Kind of execution squad. And I guess, of course, they are going to take the ladders, and then these guys are going to rout them, and we will suffer 100 additional casualties that we were supposed to suffer. And let's get the whole detachment.
Praise the Almighty.
Okay.
Our enemy has lost
Fire
the
at will.
spark to fight. We must push our advantage.
Good.
By the Lord above.
And I think a man of an hour or candidate for adoption would be nice. I think in last episode I was talking about my two fragmented empire and what did I do after that. Conquered a new colony in Byzantium. Okay, so since we are such a good crusaders, we got some... Oh, that did hurt. In Genoa, perhaps a great market. In Tunis, let's upgrade the mines, and actually let's make the archery range first. And we are going to need a new priest. And in Ragusa, let's make irrigation.
You should face trial for heresy. Yes, Your Majesty. Yes. Yes, Lord. Closing for battle. The day is ours, Lord. The day is ours, Lord. Enemy are beaten. Yes, Lord. Closing for battle. Command me. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Creating a huge fighting force. We shall send them to hell or worse. March! Who has displeased you? Am I taking down a person of the problem? What is... But of course, who has displeased you? Am I taking down on a person or a place? You
won't see it coming.
Oh, well, so much for that siege, but I think we might actually be able to take the city with some luck. And here, of course, we have Palermo, and we could actually upgrade it to a citadel.
Yes? Yes, my lord. This is where we shall meet the enemy. Laying siege. Is it time to take the walls, my lord? Yes. Orders? Your Majesty.
And I think this army can go to reinforce the troops near Naples. And let's make the strategic overview. So, we set out to capture Palermo. We have succeeded. We started eyeing Naples. We are besieging it, so that's a success. We didn't manage to capture Durazzo or Zagreb, so that could be considered as a failure, but Zagreb is under siege and it looks like it should fall to us rather soon. So perhaps not a failure nor a success. And of course we have a new crown jewel, namely Constantinople, which fell to us during the Crusade. And let's see if we could take Nicaea as well. And actually I think a fleet here could transport some troops on the other side, so we could bring some additional attacking force to the faction leader. And politically we are excommunicated, so that's not good. However, the list of our enemies has shortened a bit as we made a peace with Holy Roman Empire. And at the moment we have rather efficient assassin network here in our area. So in that regard, I think we are in a bit better position at the moment than we were a while ago. So, thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to post comments, ask questions, and so on. And I guess next episode we will try to assassinate the Pope, because he doesn't like us. Have a great rest of the day. QualityOldGames out.